The day's finally arrived. It's February 13th and just pulling up to the airport here in Colorado, flying down to Mexico for our Ocellated turkey hunt. And as you can see, we have an exceptionally cold front coming through, and temperatures reading 1 degree here. Going to be about 100-degree temperature swing by the time we hit ground in the Yucatan. So looking forward to this, and we'll keep you updated as this trip goes along. Alright, morning 2 of our trip down here in Mexico. We got through customs late last night and got back to the hotel for a quick night of sleep, and then our guide's going to be picking us up here in a few minutes and going to head down, about 3-hour trip down to where we're going to set up camp. So, on the drive, we left the town of Merida, went through some interesting areas, a lot of small little villages that you guys see some neat scenery along the way. Even in one of the towns, we went through a nice little market that was in full swing at the time. We also got a reminder that we were in Mexico as we went through multiple checkpoints, and the authorities were fully armed during those stops. And we got to see some Mayan ruins, but unfortunately due to COVID we could not actually access the area, but we did get to stand behind the fence and see some of the just really neat ruins out there. Finally arrived into camp, and at that time we checked in, got our stuff ready, and that evening went out to the blinds to see if we could find some turkey.
Well, it's our first afternoon here in camp, and we got out to the blind. Nice toasty day today, and unfortunately I haven't seen any birds. It's about what time is it now? Almost 6 o'clock, so sun's about setting, about to end on our night here. But we did see some turkey tracks when we were walking in, some fairly fresh sign, but unfortunately nothing came in this first afternoon. But we got many more days here to come, so we'll be back at it tomorrow morning and hopefully have a little bit more success. Oh my goodness, that happened so fast. It was our first morning here, and last night we came in, set the blind up, and didn't see any birds last night, but we did get to see a couple pocket deer come through, which was pretty neat. But we came in here first thing this morning to the same blind we set up last night. About 7 o'clock, this Tom came from our left, walking through the field that we were sitting in, and got extremely fortunate to be able to get this beautiful ocellated turkey on the ground here. First morning, Ted with Tall Tine Outfitters got us set up with this down here. You know, it was a long flight to get in, long drive yesterday morning, but we got down here. Yesterday was Valentine's Day, so no Valentine's Day birds went down, but you guys saw some last night, and again, I was just so fortunate to have this beautiful bird come in today and be able to fill my tag. So now I got a few days here in camp to relax, the pressure's off, and probably go try and help a couple of the other guys film and see if we can get a couple more birds down before the week's over. So.
This was the 4th day of the hunt. It's been tough. We had 4 birds come in. I think the middle one that passed might have been a little bigger. However, this is a good bird, nice spurs, just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous animal. Worth the trip down here. As for Mito, he's the best. So we're gonna get some more pictures of him, get him cleaned up a little bit. And thank you very much, my friend.
Headshot, baby.
There it is, right behind us the whole time.
There's like 4 of them. Was there?
We were down here in Campeche, Mexico. Second to the last morning, we were able to harvest an absolute gorgeous bird. Didn't get a whole lot on film. They came in behind us in the jungle, approximately 4 yards from the blind. There's a few of them, and these are just absolutely gorgeous birds down here.
So I'm back home now and trying to digest everything that took place on that trip that we just went on. Incredible adventure. I mean, if you've been thinking about doing it, I would highly recommend just going ahead and setting it up and trying to do it in the next year or two. It is such a fun experience. The people you're going to meet are great. The scenery's amazing. Seeing the different styles of living. You know, there's something to be said about staying in a house in a community where everybody's working together. You can see sheep grazing in the playground right across the street from the house you're staying in. There's chickens and domestic turkeys roaming the streets, just going back to a little bit of a simpler time. And, you know, with the way things are here currently where I'm living, there's something to be said about that idea of going back to a simpler time. But the food we had down there was absolutely amazing. They had a chef in-house. They cooked lunch, breakfast, dinner was multiple courses of just awesome food. And it really was above and beyond what I would have ever expected going down there. We booked ours with Ted with Tall Tine Outfitters, and I'll put their information, you know, down below in the description area. So you're welcome to go look at the link and try to reach out to him, see if it makes sense to you. The group that they set you up with down there, the World Slam, you know, Ocellated hunting team is awesome. We got one-on-one guiding in terms of each hunter had their own guide who went out and scouted for you, set up the blinds. We were hunting over different fields. They could have been cornfields, sorghum fields, picked bean fields. I mean, wherever the birds were coming out of the jungle into the fields, that's where we were setting up. And it was, again, just an unbelievable experience. We had 6 guys in camp. Everybody that was in camp came home with their bird. People that had multiple tags. Personally, I only had 1 tag, and I filled mine the first morning. So I had plenty of time to sit and relax. And there's other things you could have added on. I could have added on a brocket deer hunt. They would have allowed you to add different things. You can just speak with the outfitter down there and try different stuff. But everyone that went, you know, they came home with their bird. People that had multiple tags, many of them filled both their tags. I mean, there's just a lot of opportunities, and really was just a great trip overall. You know, we were down there during the height of the COVID stuff, so we had to take an afternoon to go to Campeche to get COVID tests, which the outfitter down there arranged all that, you know, drove us up there. And for those of us that were tagged out, we got to spend a day, you know, up in Campeche and seeing the coast up there and touring some different museums and things that were up there. So it was just not only a hunting trip, but it truly was just a really neat adventure, and went down with some great people and had a blast. So if you have questions or you want some information, you know, how things went for us or some feedback that I might have on the trip, message me. I'll send you information the best that I can. But I mean, one thing I can say, top-notch service, great people, and really was an unbelievable experience. Highly recommend it for anybody that has this on their bucket list to just, you know, set it up and go for it. You won't regret it.